Hi, my name is Deidre, and I want to start my YouTube channel on my debt free journey. I have been going on 20 years of struggling with credit card debt, collections, um, just money issues. And I know you were like, why would I want to listen to her? She got issues. Well, I have learned from them issues. They say experience is the best teacher. And then with the help of other YouTubers like Gazelleton's, Budget Girl, His and Her Money, and other Dave Ramsey and Susie Orman, I listened, I heard, but now I'm ready to apply. But I need some help. I recently just moved from Louisiana to Kentucky. And Louisiana is where all of my family and friends are. And now I'm here in Kentucky, and it's a new beginning for me. I have no friends here. I don't know anybody but the people I work with. And to give you a little background about myself, when I said I struggled for 20 years, I had a lot of emotional issues. I had a lot of financial issues because my family, we didn't talk about money. We really didn't talk at all. So I had no understanding about money, and I seen some stuff and how people abuse money and what people use to abuse themselves with money. So I'm not saying I had a bad life because it wasn't, but my focus wasn't on listening to or seeing anybody manage money. My father, he owned a restaurant and a liquor store. My mom was a nurse. My mom and dad, they did their own things. But my dad lost his liquor store, and my mom filed bankruptcy because she was overspending. I remember little things like that. I was probably like 10 or 11 years old. And and I lost my mom at an early age at 16. So I really never had an opportunity to talk to her about money. So I winged this, and with a lot of emotional issues with money and a lot of emotional issues with just me myself, it had a big effect on my life with money and relationships. So if my story can help somebody, that's all that matter on YouTube. And I will be real with you as best as I can. Um, but back to my debt. Like I said, I was in debt for 20 years, off and on, not consistently. But it was like when I first went to college, I got my first credit card. It was $500. And you know what a college student, 19 years old, would do, just spend it and couldn't afford to pay for it. I had a little job, but couldn't pay the minimum payment. So it would go, I'll pay and then go in collection. It was crazy. And then the crazy part about credit cards, even though I was in collection, they still allowed me to get a credit card. Never, I don't understand this credit card system. It is literally keeping you bound by debt. Crazy. So I finally got a job, a full time job, and I paid off the credit cards. 2 years, no debt. I was paid cash for everything. And then boom, life happens. Um, my first husband cheated on me and he just tore me up emotionally. And only way I could survive emotionally was buy stuff. And I found refuge in JC Penney's and refuge at Walmart, you know, and I would buy my kids stuff just to make them feel good and make me feel good because I did these things for my children. But it wasn't helping them. So I finally came to myself like what after that, probably 2 years later, and just say, oh, what the heck am I doing? And then I started rambling again and pay it off. I paid it off. And boom, life happened again. And this time it was divorce after 10 years of marriage. Devastating. But anyway, doing it again, emotional buying. And guess what? We went back into debt. Hurricane Katrina happened. They reimbursed us for the stuff we lost. Some people think we got a lot of money, but if you lose a house and you lose contents in that house, it's just like your house burning. You can't get back those memories, and you are literally snatched out of your element. And so I moved to up of northern Louisiana to Natchitoches, which I believe was a blessing from God because that's where I received Christ. And I began to look at my life. But it still took a lot of times because when you're emotionally and mentally damaged, you have there's a lot of healing God has to heal. And that in that process he was healing, removing emotional burdens. But at the same time, I wanted to prove something to myself. And I did. Sorry, I had something popped up on my computer. And so basically, I got back into that. To make a long story short, I went back to college. Um, I had teenagers at that time, and I would work, but it wouldn't cover all the bills because things were just constantly getting expensive, and it was just one income, and I took out student loans. That was my excuse. I took out student loans, but I really think at that time I could have made it without the student loans, but I did anyway. And then I had a van that was really old, and I needed another car, so I got a car, which was 5 years old, but financed it. But I didn't have the money, so of course, what you have to do, you finance. And so that makes me in debt. Total myself, I have one credit card, which is Capital One, and that's $1,400. I have um, my car, which I owe $5,634. I have the student loans, 26,000 plus. Um, but of course, like I'm saying, I'm married again, and we're taking on each other's debt. And so with him, with his debt, because he wanted a new car, and I told him about all the factors of getting a new car, but he wanted a new car. So, and you can't, you, it's a long story, but he wanted a new car, and we found the car of his dream. He said, and he loves it. I mean, he really does. He don't even care about the paying the car. He don't care, but it bothers me because I'm ready to get out of debt. I'm ready to build wealth. I'm ready to own my own home. And I need his help, and I need your help. So I will show you my next video. I'll show you a list of our debts and how we plan on paying them. But my goal is 5 years. I believe in 5 years. I plan to pay off all of our debts because we have $78,000 in debt. And I'm just giving myself a big window of 5 years. But if it happens in 40 months, great. If it happens in 36 months, great. But I'm just giving myself a window because I don't want myself to get overloaded with the getting out of debt. So I'm on Dave Ramsey Financial Peace. I did his course, Financial Peace University. We have our $1,000 emergency fund. We are on baby step 2, and we have paid off two credit cards, and we paid off a couple of hospital debts because we go to hospital, emergencies happen. And also, I didn't tell you, last year I was so messed up financially because the job I was working with kids at a public schools, and I was a tutor, and they were paying. believe this, $7.50 an hour. And I have a bachelor's degree in child development. But that's what they anyway. I don't want to rant. But I was only making $7.50 an hour, and I will only work 35 hours a week. And guess no, I'm sorry, not 35 hours a week, 20 hours a week. And I had to work at Walgreens too, just to make ends meet. And I got married. We got married in debt. So I was behind on my car notes. I was behind on so many bills, and I caught up. So overall, we paid off $6,000 in catching up of late fees and debt, and paying off two credit cards. And so 2015 was an eye opener, and budget is necessary. And so I hope that you will stay tuned to my YouTube channel as I bring them, and I hope you enjoy it. And I want to encourage you, if you've been emotionally damaged, or you know that there is something great on the inside of you, God says He made you fearfully and wonderfully made, and He loves you. He said He'll never leave you nor forsake you. And I just want to encourage you to hold your head up, keep the fight, stay courageous, and do great things. All right, bye, YouTube.